Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Kaylee Artsy and today I'm redrawing an old art. I'm redrawing an old art? That doesn't make sense. I am redrawing old art. That is what I meant to say. So I actually started this recording during my winter break, which was December of 2019. I think it was just before New Year's and just before 2020. I know that seems like a long time ago, but shortly after I got caught up with applying for scholarships and other senior duties, so I never really finished it. Looking back on the footage, if I'm being honest, I hate it, and it's really bad. Not to mention, kind of trivial and long and annoying. So instead of editing an hour of me being nervous and being confused about what to say and how to say it, I'm just gonna get you quickly caught up right now. So as I said, today we're doing a redraw of some old artwork. Here's the picture I'm going to recreate. Now, I don't really know how long ago I made that, but I want to say it's from 8 or 9 years ago. Whoa. 8 or 9 years ago? Are you insane? That's half your life. Listen, this piece of artwork is from 2015. That is 5 years ago. I don't hate the artwork. I actually think it's quite nostalgic. It's from before the mandatory anime phase that every artist has to go through, so it reminds me of my innocent and uncorrupt times. My main complaint is the lack of environment and the ignorance of all anatomy, really. Like, what is anatomy? Doesn't exist. Never heard of him. So yeah, those are the things that I'm probably gonna be focusing on most in this video. One rule that I decided to make for myself is that I will only be using the same materials that I used in the original piece, which means I will only be using paper, pencil, and watercolor. That's it. That's all I can use. And if I stray from this rule, well, that's your fault for believing that I wouldn't, that I just wouldn't mess up, okay? That's your fault. Why would you think that? Also, it's my life. I can do whatever I want. Smiley face. So, because you don't want to sit through this, and I don't want to put you through this, let's try to do the I'm just gonna do a quick rundown of what happened in the beginning half of this video. So I started out by creating some sketches of what I wanted the pose to be. And then I made some thumbnails. Then I made some more sketches of the pose. Then I decided, I'm gonna do this. I think I'm ready. No, I'm definitely not. So I'm gonna start doing some thumbnails again. I'm gonna practice some poses just so that I have enough practice in to be able to do this the right way. You know what? I'm gonna drop everything, wait 3 months, and now I'm jumping into it with no clue what I'm doing. Hello again. It's been a minute for me, maybe not for you, but I recorded that intro a few years ago, so I hope everyone's doing well after that. After listening to that, that was a whirlwind, we'll say. It was quite a bit, but it's over now, and you're with present Kaylee, so hopefully you feel safe and protected. I currently just moved back to university, basically. I'm living in an apartment, but this is my university town. And I realized I forgot literally everything to make art. I was going to bring my drawing tablet, and I completely forgot. And I left my sketchbook home because I was like, I have my drawing tablet, it'll be fine. Was not fine. I have nothing. I suppose I could draw on a piece of printer paper if I'm desperate, but chances are I'm gonna be pretty busy anyway. I'm finishing my undergrad this semester, so you know, I finished capstone already, but I'm kind of like dealing with all the research lab and getting all these classes for my microbiology minor done. So chances are I wouldn't have time to draw or make videos anyway, other than this video, of course.
But yeah, so I want to make more videos coming up, but it might be a while. I'm set to graduate in December, and after that I would probably have to be an adult for a while. But if I have time, you know, you might see a video from me here or there or somewhere in the mix of all the madness. But otherwise, I'll just be hanging out, chilling, existing, and you probably will be completely unaware, so it's a win-win. The actual artwork. It was like 9 years ago that I drew the original for this. I redrew the original drawing about 4 or 5 years ago, and part of me was thinking like, well, I could do it again. No, I don't want to. I really don't want to, but I do think it would be interesting to eventually do the same concept, like every so often, just redraw something from several years ago, because it was pretty interesting to see like exactly what I did different. Speaking of, you know, let's just talk about exactly what I did different. So I talked about wanting an environment. My environment was kind of lazy, but cut me some slack, okay? I'm not used to drawing like backgrounds for things, so this kind of ended up just being like some rocks. Maybe she's in a cave or something, I don't know. But you know, at least it's something. Did I convince you? I don't know if I convinced you, but what's done is done. I can't go back. The second thing, I guess in the past one, the girl kind of looked a little bit more, how do I put it, like taken aback by this energy or whatever you want to call it coming out of her hand. And it feels weird to talk about, but in the new one, she's more like strong about it, which is fine. You do you. Be a boss. What is it called? Girl boss? She's a girl boss. So I don't know how I feel about that. The other one also wore a dress, and I guess I didn't really know how to make that work with the new pose, so that's why I changed to that. So the character's kind of different, which in some ways is really good. Like, I feel like, oh my gosh, character development. The other thing that I didn't like as much was that the colors or the power, the energy, whatever you want to call it, coming out of her hand. I don't know what I was thinking about when I made it, so I don't really have a definition for whatever it is. But that stuff in the newer version is smaller. It takes, like in the old one, it was kind of like the focus of the piece, right? That's kind of where the movement was. You moved your eye to that. The new one, it's a little more detailed, and I think it takes away from the colors in it, because the figure, the person, the character is a lot more detailed. And so instead of the focal point being the colors, the focal point ended up being the character, which again is fine. It's just different.
Each
Speaking of art, I recently got back into art a little bit more. I mean, throughout my university career, I have done a few pieces here and there, a few doodles, a few full pieces, but it hasn't really been like, I'm thinking back to my senior year of high school, right? I was drawing every single day. I made sure it was part of my routine. I was drawing, and I really saw a lot of progress that year. Now that it's been like 5 years since I graduated high school, I feel like I haven't drawn that much, and I can tell because I was drawing this past summer, and sometimes I felt like I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So my point is, I really need to get back to practicing, and I'd really like if I could learn to draw a more diverse aspect of things. I don't know if that made sense, but currently I feel like I just draw a lot of pretty girls. Like, does anyone disagree? I feel like I just draw pretty girls because pretty girls are pretty, and I want to be a pretty girl. But yeah, I would like to draw like environments or animals, or I don't know, the occasional man, you know, like, I don't know, I think it'd be good for me to learn to draw more diverse things and more diverse people. Anyway, this was a lot for me. I don't know about you, but this was like the most socializing I've done all week. So I think I'm tapping out. Everybody have a good day, good night, good midday, good morning, good, I don't know, timeline. And yeah, hopefully you will hear from me again at some point in this lifetime. So yeah, anyway, bye now. Bye now. Been together for a hot minute. I get butterflies when you still come and visit. You in my rock for this long. I remember on the head out, let me